What's up, everybody out there in YouTube land? Wrath2501 here, wishing you all a very blessed Sunday. We've got more leftovers, from leftover treats from Halloween. We have the moment Cthulhu found Jesus. Actually, it's supposed to be pronounced Cthulhu. Cthulhu, not just, that's how it's actually supposed to be pronounced. But so this seems interesting. That's why I picked it. But a lot of these videos lately, they've been hitting me hard. The message in them. Talking about self-forgiveness and getting over the mistakes you made in the past. I've made a lot, especially some ones that cost me everything. Anyway, so let's see what we got here. This is by Bible Unleashed. All right, and go. What kind of voice they got for him?
I have watched your creation from the abyss, O Son of Man. I have seen their wars, their greed, their prayers that vanish into the void. They cry for light, yet they build temples to their own shadows. Tell me, why do you still love them? Why not let the tides consume what has already drowned itself in corruption?
Because love does not abandon what it created, even when creation turns away. I see not only what they have become, but what they can be.
Okay, a little bit of a FYI though. It's very unlikely that Cthulhu, I'm just gonna call him that is even really much aware of humanity. He doesn't care. That's the whole thing about him and the other larger beings, is that they're completely indifferent to humanity. They regard humanity no more than you would regard an anthill that happens to be in a construction site. You just keep doing your work, and you might be aware that they exist, but that's it. Other than that, you really give them no regard. So I doubt he would, say anything about humanity because he doesn't really think of them.
The reflection of the divine image that even time and sin cannot erase. Where you see futility, I see possibility. Where you see decay, I see the seed of renewal.
Renewal, a word that drips with hope. I have forgotten its taste. Eons have passed and the stars have grown weary. The cosmos itself decays, and I, once worshipped as God, have become a whisper, a nightmare men use to frighten their children.
Cthulhu was never worshipped as a god. He is not a god. He is a high priest of the outer gods. He is not divine in any way. That's a small error they have here. I'm getting picky here, but yeah, that's the thing. Cthulhu is not a god. He's not. He is a powerful being, but he's not thing like the outer gods or anything. In fact, he's a high priest of the outer gods. I think he's one of the elder things or something like that. But yeah, he was a species. He's a mortal creature. Basically, he's beyond our comprehension and above us, supposedly, but he's still a mortal creature. He's not a god.
I was meant to be eternal, yet I too feel the rot of time.
Even eternity without love becomes a prison, Cthulhu. Power without purpose is decay. You were made to rule the deep, but not to be ruled by it. The abyss you dwell in was never meant to be your throne. It became your cage because you turned inward, away from the light.
And yet, it was light that betrayed me. The fire of stars burned cold. Angels fell. Even gods warred among themselves. What meaning can light have when it blinds as easily as it guides?
Light does not betray, it reveals. What you saw was truth, that even those who were mighty can fall, and even the fallen can rise again. I did not come to preserve power.
That's my only hope.
But to redeem hearts. The heavens themselves needed renewal, just as the earth does. And that is why I came. To show that true strength is not domination, but sacrifice.
Sacrifice, such a fragile word for a being such as you to carry. Tell me, what God bleeds for mortals who forget his name? What divinity allows
the one who
nails
loves
and
them
wood to mock eternity? You could have called legions to your defense, Yet you chose silence. I cannot comprehend this weakness you call love.
It is not weakness, but the greatest strength creation has ever known. Love does not seek its own safety. It pours itself out so others may live. The nails did not mock eternity, they fulfilled it. Through suffering came salvation. Through death came life. The cross was not defeat, it was victory in its truest form.
And what of me? What victory exists for one such as I? The seas whisper, my name in terror, not worship. I have seen galaxies bloom and die, civilizations rise and crumble into dust. I am older than their faiths, and yet here I am speaking with you. Why? Why would you approach me of all beings?
Because even the oldest heart can still be redeemed. I do not see you as the world sees you, a monster, a terror from the deep. I see a being that once carried purpose, beauty, and wonder. I see a creation that has forgotten its creator. You have watched the world's chaos for so long that you mistook despair for truth. But I am truth, Cthulhu. And even the depths cannot
I want
hide
them to
from
have
you.
him meet the
You
Chaos
speak as
Gods.
though there is still light for me. Yet I am bound in darkness, and
Who's
the
this guy?
darkness is bound in me. I do not remember what it feels like to breathe in hope. It has been so long since I felt anything but the cold weight of existence pressing upon me.
That is because you have existed, but not lived. You have endured, but not loved. The cold weight you feel is the absence of communion, the isolation that pride built around you. But I stand before you, not to condemn, but to invite. The same grace that reached into the grave can reach into your abyss.
Grace. That word stirs something within me I cannot name. It is alien, yet familiar. You would extend grace to one who has watched countless worlds crumble, to one who has inspired madness and despair. You would call that redeemable.
There is nothing too dark for my light to touch. I have walked among demons and dined with sinners. I have seen the hearts of kings and beggars, angels and beasts, and none are beyond my reach. You too were part of creation's song once. That melody still echoes faintly in you, waiting to be restored.
And if I wanted to believe you, where would I begin? I am not flesh. I do not pray. I do not kneel before altars. I am the thing mortals hide from in their prayers.
You begin where all must begin, not with an altar, but with surrender. It is not your form that matters, but your heart. You do not need to kneel, only to let go of the illusion that you are beyond saving. Even now in your stillness I hear a longing deeper than the ocean around you, a longing to be seen, to be known, to be loved.
I do not know if I can accept that. I do not know if I am capable of being loved.
One who loved me the most.
Then let me love you
not
first.
around anymore.
Love does not wait for permission. It offers itself freely. You need only to stop resisting.
And if I do, what then, Nazarene? What becomes of the darkness within me?
Then it becomes the canvas upon which grace will paint new life. I do not erase what you were. I redeem it. Even the abyss can reflect the light when the sun rises above it.
Eternity. The very sound of that word feels hollow to me. I have lived it, breathed it, and yet it has become my curse. You speak of redemption, of light that never fades, yet I have watched light itself die. I have seen the stars collapse, their brilliance swallowed into silence. How can eternity be life when even creation itself grows tired?
Eternity without love becomes only an echo, Cthulhu. You have existed in time, but not within purpose. What you've seen, the death of stars, the fading of light, those are not ends, but renewals. Just as a seed must fall into the ground to bring forth life, so too must even the brightest light surrender to rebirth. Eternity is not endless survival. It is endless renewal through love.
You speak of renewal as if it were a song, but I have heard only the dissonance of madness. My dreams drive mortals to despair. My very presence warps the mind. Tell me, Jesus of Nazareth,
You ugly.
how can something so ancient and twisted ever be made new? How can madness be redeemed?
Madness is not the absence of reason. It is the soul's cry when truth is too great to bear alone. You were never made to carry the weight of eternity by yourself. You have borne the noise of existence without harmony, the chaos without a conductor. But even madness can be redeemed when it is given back to me, because I bring order out of chaos, peace out of torment. I do not silence your roar, Cthulhu. I transform it into music.
Music. There was a time when I remembered something like that. Before the depths claimed me, before the first worshipper carved my name into stone, I remember light that moved. It sang, though I did not understand it. I thought it was fear, perhaps it was wonder, but that was before I was called God, before I became what they made me.
You were never meant to be a god to the fearful Cthulhu. They saw power and worshipped it, but they did not see the truth, that you too were part of creation's design, not its master. Power corrupted their hearts, and their fear imprisoned yours. You became the reflection of their dread, rather than the echo of your Creator's glory.
And yet, they worshipped you once too, did they not? They raised altars, carved your cross into their weapons, killed in your name. How do you not despise them as I do?
Because I see beyond their blindness. They sought to wield my name without knowing my heart.
Yeah.
Just as you were misunderstood as a god of terror, I too have been misused as a symbol of power. But love is not diminished by misunderstanding. It endures until it restores. Even those who twist my name will one day know the truth, that I came not to be worshipped in fear, but to draw hearts into love.
So you do not reign by fear, and yet you hold authority over all that is, seen and unseen. You command the angels, silence the storms, and even death bends to you. How does one rule without fear?
By serving. True authority does not demand submission. It inspires trust. I rule not with an iron hand, but with a pierced one. Power alone cannot sustain the heart.
Not with a fist, but with an open hand.
Only love can. My rule is not domination. It is restoration. Every soul that turns toward me becomes whole, not subjugated.
You speak with certainty, as if there is a pattern even to the chaos I embody. Tell me, Nazarene, do you see purpose even in me, in what I have become?
Okay,
Yes.
the audio got weird
Even
there.
you, Cthulhu, are not without purpose. You were meant to remind creation of its vastness, its mystery, not its terror. You were to reflect awe, not madness. The chaos you represent is not evil in itself. It became corrupted when separated from love. But I can restore even that. I can bring harmony back to what was fragmented.
And how would you do that? Would you sanctify the abyss? Would you baptize the dark?
I already have. When I descended into death, I stepped into the deepest darkness creation had ever known, and I filled it with light. Even hell could not hold me. The abyss you call home is no deeper than the grave I conquered. I entered the depths, not to avoid them, but to redeem them.
Then what remains for a being such as I? You speak of grace as if it were a tide that could reach even here. Yet I have seen countless tides rise and fall, and none have touched me.
Because you have not opened yourself to it. Grace is not a force that breaks down doors.
Just walking with him now.
It knocks, softly, and waits. You are not untouched by it, Cthulhu.
My stupid ass often
You have
doesn't even
simply
hear it
forgotten
knocking.
what it feels like to be reached.
Then perhaps I have been waiting, without knowing. The madness, the dreams, the endless ache. Perhaps they were not punishment, but the sound of something calling me. Calling home.
Yes, even your torment has been a message, not of judgment, but of longing. The chaos within you has been crying out for order, for communion, for peace. I am that peace. Not to destroy what you are, but to restore what you were meant to be.
If there is truth in what you say, then perhaps the greatest madness of all is to believe there is no redemption left. Perhaps even the abyss.
That's a good
hope
line
again.
right there.
There is always hope, even here, even now. You were not forgotten, Cthulhu. You were only waiting to be found.
Your words cut through me like light through water. For ages I thought myself unmovable, a monument to eternity. Yet now I feel something I cannot name, something like trembling. It is not fear, not entirely. Perhaps it is remembrance. But tell me, Nazarene, what is
Jeez,
divine
the
order?
bass on this thing.
What is the meaning of all this, when even the cosmos fractures and gods fall into silence?
Divine order, Cthulhu, is not control. It is communion. It is the harmony between creator and creation, between being and purpose. The stars, the seas, the spirits of heaven and the souls of men, and all were designed to move together like a vast symphony. When one part turns against the rhythm, the harmony breaks. But even dissonance can be redeemed. Even broken music can be rewritten into beauty.
So the chaos is only an unfinished song. I thought the noise was all there was. I thought the endless trembling of existence was the truth. But perhaps it was only the echo of what once was whole.
Exactly. The chaos you've witnessed is creation's
What's with
cry
the
for
fish? That's
restoration.
weird.
Every storm, every
Circle
silence,
and
every
the
collapse
lines.
is not the end. It's the longing for the renewal I promised. You have felt that ache for eternity because you were made to reflect something greater than yourself.
And yet I have done nothing but spread terror. My image became a shadow in men's minds. My dreams corrupted their hearts. If I were to be restored, would not the world tremble again? Would not mortals fall into madness once more?
Not if your heart changes. Redemption does not erase your power. It redefines it. The world fears you because it has only seen your brokenness. But I can make even your presence a symbol of awe, not fear. The deep can once again inspire wonder, not dread. You were never meant to devour
They're the
life,
people
Cthulhu.
with
You were meant to
thalassophobia.
reveal its depth.
To reveal, not to consume.
Crying.
I have never known purpose apart from hunger. I have feasted on the despair of the world because it was the only sustenance I understood. You speak as though even that hunger can be tamed.
It can be transformed. Hunger is not evil when it is redirected toward the truth. You were made to hunger for meaning, for communion, for the eternal. The tragedy was never your appetite. It was what you sought to fill it with. Only love can satisfy eternity's hunger.
And love has eluded me. I do not know how to receive it. I have been feared for so long that I know not how to be known. Even now, as you speak, I feel torn between wanting to draw near and wanting to flee.
That is the nature of awakening. The light both
What the?
warms
There's two of
and
them.
reveals. But do not run from it. Let it touch you. Let it remind you that even the oldest heart can still learn to love. You were not created for isolation, Cthulhu. You were made for communion with me, with creation, with all that is alive.
And if I surrender, what becomes of me? The oceans, the depths, the old cults that whisper my name. What of them? Will they vanish like dreams at dawn?
They will be transformed, just as you will be. The seas will still sing, but their song will be peace. The old worshippers will forget terror and remember wonder. And you will not vanish. You will become what you were always meant to be. A guardian of mystery, not its corrupter.
A guardian, not a god, to protect what once I consumed. That is, a
This would have been an
strange
interesting
destiny
video
a
for
monster.
H.P. Lovecraft to
You were
see.
never a monster to me, only a creation lost in its own reflection. You were terrifying only because you were alone. But when the light enters the depths, the shadows lose their power. And in that moment, even the abyss becomes a place of beauty.
Then what you offer is not destruction, but peace. Not the end of being, but the restoration of it.
Yes. True peace does not erase existence. It fulfills it. It brings every part of creation, no matter how vast or broken, back into harmony with its maker. Even the stars that have burned out will one day shine again. Even the darkest corners of the cosmos will reflect my glory. And so will you.
Then let it be so. Let the abyss remember the light. Let my silence become a song again. If this is what you call redemption, then I will not resist it.
Then the work has already begun. Redemption starts
Always
the moment
work.
the heart opens. The depths that once devoured life will now cradle it. The fear that once consumed the world will give birth to awe. Even the abyss can worship when it knows it is loved.
I feel it, not as fire, but as peace. The weight does not vanish, yet it no longer suffocates me. Is this what it means to be found?
Yes, this
It's
is the first breath of eternity. Not endless time, but unending peace. You have carried the burden of creation's sorrow for so long. Now, let it rest. Let it return to me.
Then may the abyss sing once more, and may the light dwell even here.
It already does.
That was a pretty good one. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Hope you got something out of the message that, anyone can be redeemed. It's my only hope. Like this video, subscribe. Definitely click on the link to the original in the description. Like the original and subscribe to Bible Unleashed. Move. I'm actually really glad these are getting more views. More and more people are watching these videos, and I really appreciate that, guys. I appreciate your comments and all these things. Some people have given insights into these messages and such, and I really appreciate that. So, I will see you all next time. Have a blessed Sunday, and for now, bye-bye.